Story writing is one of the mankind's most enduring technology. For more than 5,000 years, it has given a way to express ourselves, to communicate ideas, instruction, and many more. To focus on today's topic, we have Mr. Ashok Vardhan, who is a well-known author. His books includes The Whiteout Night and The Boy Who Did Not Choose a Career. Apart from this, he is a trained mountaineer and have completed many expeditions. Welcome, Mr. Ashok.
Thank you so much, Jyoti ma'am. Thank you for having me here.
It's a pleasure being with you today on my platform. To start the conversation,
Same here, same here.
Story writing has been part of humankind for a long time. Could you share the importance of story writing and qualities that a story should have?
So, as you rightly said, it has been part of humankind for a long time. This itself signifies how important is story, for human beings. As I understand, it's a very, very fantastic way of passing on the education knowledge from one generation to another. So coming to your next point, what you said, what are the
Qualities.
significant points of the story writing? It depends on the kind of story. Qualities, yeah. Qualities of the story writing. It depends actually on the story writer and reader, but there are many types of stories. Each story has their own significance and importance. Like if I say, if somebody is writing a story on history, then the facts become very important point there. But somebody is writing a fiction book, then kind of, the message which the writer wants to convey is very important, and sometimes the entertainment part is also important. Likewise, different kind of books genre has different kind of message, and accordingly the importance and significance and qualities of the story will change actually. Yeah.
Okay. So I was just thinking what an author thinks while writing a story for his target audience, how he chooses his target audience.
That's very good question actually. I think the story which the author has in mind, he first chooses, like when I write a book, like my last book, The Boy Who Did Not Choose a Career. When I thought of writing that book, I just sat down and started thinking which audience, which category of audience will this story relate the most. And after thinking about the story and after thinking about the target audience, I eventually got to know, or I eventually realized that my target audience could be like class 8, standard 8 to standard 12, boys or girls, or students who are about to choose their career. Because the entire book is talking about about a boy who did not choose a career, then what happens in his life in future, and how he overcome the challenges, or how the life is like for him. It gives that kind of experience. So basically it would be of great interest for students who are about to choose their career. They want to know like what the career should look like, or if they do this, then the career will look like. So I think the story has to be uh, analyzed, and then target audience must be visualized, and then it has to be again packaged, or written or framed or structured or narrated in that way that it perfectly passes on the message to the target audience.
True.
So yeah, that is how I do it actually personally.
I was just going through your last book, The Whiteout Night. It is a fantastic book, in fact, a fiction that you have written, and you have nicely blended, mythology with the fiction. Can you just throw some, about information about the books for our audience?
Yeah, sure. Uh, the Whiteout Night, basically means a night which is completely white. Generally, the nights are dark, but this particular night is completely white and nothing is visible. Uh, so, uh, this is based on a true story of my expedition, of few of my other friends' expeditions. And all those experiences are combined together to create this fantastic, uh, what I say, a fiction book, adventure fiction book, which is, related to a true story, but it has some fiction element and it has a very good message to convey. It gives a lot of geographic information about the Himalayan region. It gives a lot of information about people from other countries traveling to India, what they feel about India, what Indians feel about them. So a lot of information is also there, a lot of cultural exchange, a lot of adventure, a lot of thrill. And of course, there is some kind of mystery also involved in that book, which the readers will enjoy while reading the book. So White
Well,
at Night is basically adventure fiction with mystery.
yeah, I have read that book and it's a fabulous book that you have written. With this, I would like to know if you can share some ideas how a child or a student can become an author.
See, I think somebody who can write what he thinks is an author. And as I understand, everybody has the ability or capability to think something. So if I ask a student, uh, what is your dream? They will tell you so many things. So there are some students who do not want to go school on certain days. Like when they say, "Kash aaj barish ho jaye." If it rains today and there the school declares a holiday, then I will do this, I will do that, I will go here, I will talk to this guy, I will paint, I will draw, I will play, things like that. Also, when you are appearing for your board exams, class 10 or 12, when I was in class 10 and 12, I had huge list of things to do. You know, after the board exams are over, we will go for a vacation here, we will go there, we will meet these friends, we'll make this group, we'll play this, we'll do that, this kind of tournaments. All those things are basically, your imagination, your fantasy. And if you can write all those things, this fantasy, this imagination is a world parallel to your real world. And if anybody can write these imaginations, if any student to start with, I'm just saying, if somebody wants to be an author, wants to write a story, he just have to the student just have to pen it down, their imaginations, their thoughts, their fantasies, and build a logical connection to each point. That is how a story can be written by a student. And I would personally suggest, there are people who say grammar is not correct, this is not right, this is not perfect. I think it's okay. It's okay to start with. You just have to write down what you feel, and see how clearly, how easily you can write exactly what you feel. That is more important. And then everything can be edited. The story can be now. There are several teams to edit your book, to draw illustrations and book cover and all those things. That all those things can be done later, but you have to convey your imagination, write down your imagination and convey the story as clearly, as precisely as possible. So I think even if the parents encourage the student, to write down their imaginations, to start with one paragraph, one page, two page, and then gradually help them draw the connections, logical connection or flow of the story. So I would say how I wrote my the Whiteout Night book. While writing this book, the Whiteout Night, Actually, I just, figured out the chapters. Okay, first chapter is going to be Delhi, second chapter is going to be, en route Delhi to Haridwar, third chapter is going to be, you know, about Haridwar, fourth chapter is going to be about Gangotri. So when I, um, these were the dots of my story. And when I connected all these dots and completed these dots, it became a story. And then I had to do kind of revision and editing work. And it was done and it became a book. So likewise, if a student is asked to, write a story of a day, which is not real, imagine something, ask the student to imagine something. If you are not, what I say, if there is no school today, what will you do the entire day? You wake up at 7 o'clock. So 7 o'clock is the first chapter. You'll go for breakfast, whatever it is. The student has to think that logical sequence and then write it. So that is, I think that is how a student can start with story writing. That is one of the ways. And there are many, many other ways of story writing. There are professional writers who take programs and, teach how to write a story. That is also there. But I think this is the easiest and best way to start with.
Wow, that's a very good idea that you have shared with our audience. And in fact, I feel that yes, it's true that to start with, one should start jotting down their ideas, their imagination, and they need to connect the dots to make the flow of the story. And with this, I would like to know that if you can share some message for the students.
I think every student has a wonderful life, and their imagination is more beautiful than their, life. If they start writing, if they start expressing themselves in a written form, it will be great. It will give them a lot of peace. It will give them a lot of joy. Also, it will make them realize what they think. Sometimes we think something and still we are not able to realize what we are thinking. But the moment you start writing it and read what you are thinking, it actually, transforms a lot within you. So I think everybody should express their thoughts in a written form. Every student should try. If not, for story writing, then at least for, realizing their mental process, and it will definitely help them in expressing themselves and realizing their own self. So that is what I want to convey to the students. And of course, board exams are coming, so my best wishes to them.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ashok. It was fabulous and fantastic talking with you. And I wish I could become an author like you and start writing.
Oh, you have that. Every librarian has that potential, and I'm sure I'm waiting for a book from you.
And you truly inspire others. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.